efficient people get. It's completely, it's off the charts. What would you be like? 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 What would you be like?
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Scott Castellano.
What's up, dude?
The sequel.
The sequel.
I
was actually kind of thrown off. I thought we were gonna hear the intro music in here,
No.
and I'm like, why is Landy counting like nothing's happened yet?
That's something we fix in post.
But
What would you like that? Do you think I should do that? Do you think the guests should jam out to the intro music to every episode?
Yeah, dude.
Take those 30 seconds and kind of jam out?
Get like a little mini speaker right here, and just
Maybe put it right there.
Put it right
on
there.
top of the stone.
Yeah, with a sponsor's logo on the back, you'd be all set.
Anchor.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't do that before the podcast either.
No.
That's another post thing. We fix that in post.
I'm learning.
You're
all
learning.
I do is make the content. I don't put it out there.
We can do an ad read for Anchor if you want.
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay. Anchor. But anyway, you just brought up the Yankees are up 1-0. You're wearing this Yankee shirt.
Yep.
What do you think? We're maybe 2 weeks into the season?
Yep.
How do you feel about the Yanks?
I'm nervous because I know it's too early to be worried. So I'm nervous of how bad it has to get before I actually am able to be worried.
Well, what's their record right now?
Not good.
Not good.
I don't. It's sub 500.
Okay. I'm as long as I can remember though, I feel like you guys are always trash in April. I feel like the New York Yankees are always absolute garbage in April.
Yeah, but I mean, what concerns me is like besides the injury bug, because there's really not much you can do about that. It's just the same shit, different year. Like we still can't hit with runners in scoring position. We still make stupid plays in the field. We still suck on the bases.
Yo, I don't. But here's my thing: you say all those things, Scott, but you guys almost won 100 games last year.
We did win 100 games last year.
You won 100?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought you won like 98.
No.
But anyway, you have to understand how absurd you sound to a Mets fan right here when you sit in this chair and you're like, man, it's the same shit, different year. We can't hit, we can't score, just bleh. It's just like, dude, like. I'll take those problems. I'll take the New York Yankees version of we can't hit.
Yeah, dude, like it's champagne problems for sure. But it's like sometimes like when I turn on MLB Network in the morning and I watch like Quick Pitch, which is essentially like Sports Center for the MLB Network, and you see like all these highlights of other teams, is like they're getting runs in, they're just roping doubles in the gap, hitting nice little singles, and the Yankees are up there fucking swinging their dicks off, trying to hit a home run.
I feel like
I just need someone to be like, you know what, Scott, I'm gonna hit you an RBI single right here. That's all I want from this team.
I feel like you're suffering from the same thing that people suffer from social media, where you're on social media, so you see the highlight reel for everybody else.
Yeah.
And you're just like on the social media of sports. You see the Brewers highlight reel, you see the Red Sox highlight reel, and you're feeling bad about yourself as a New York Yankee. But, Scott, you're just fine. Like, the Yankees are going to be fine. You're going to make the playoffs. You're going to be good once the month of April is over.
Yeah. We got CC back starting on, he's starting on Saturday.
Is this CC's last year?
CC's last year.
CC's
one last ride.
The Sabathia tour.
Yep. I'm missing his first start. I was hoping he'd come back on Friday when I'm there, but he's not.
Well, who are you seeing Friday night?
It's scheduled to be Hap.
Hap?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm seeing Hap versus Giolito, who the White Sox got from the Nationals. And it's Bernie Williams bobblehead day. So
sweet.
That's
Wait, is he going to perform? I know he comes back and plays some like mini concerts. For the Yankees,
I don't know what he's gonna do. I know whenever they have a bobblehead day, the player is there, so I know he's gonna be there. Whether he'll throw a first pitch, I kind of hope he sings the national anthem.
That'd be he would play it on the guitar.
Yeah,
that'd be fucking sweet.
That'd be kind of cool.
God, I'd pay just to see that.
And then he throws out first pitch like with the guitar still in his hand, like that's what
axe in hand.
Yeah, like that's
just throwing it.
That's what I kind of want to see.
I hope you get it. Yeah. I loved Bernie. Bernie was one of as a Mets fan, Bernie Williams was one of my favorite Yankees growing up.
I feel like
I liked him and Tino the most.
Yeah, I feel like Bernie's like everyone's favorite Yankee if you weren't like a Yankee fan.
Well, because
he's one of mine too.
He was humble. He was an all-around player. He was a good guy. It helps that he's a great musician. I love Tino because Tino didn't take shit.
Yeah.
Like, not in the Paul O'Neill type of way, because Paul O'Neill used to just break shit and throw shit around. Tino was, like, cool until you threw a pitch at him.
Yeah.
It's like, once you threw the pitch at him, that was it. You got a new Tino.
Yeah. And Bernie's, like, the forgotten Yankee. Like, he's not included in the core 4, even though, like, it really
He
should
was
be
really there, yeah.
the something 5, whatever they want to call it.
He was a Gold Glover, right?
I believe so, yeah. He's one of the best playoff hitters of all time. He's an amazing Yankee. So, I'm thrilled that I'm going to get his bobblehead. I mean, as stupid as that sounds, but, you know.
Well, I mean, lucky you. You got to go to Bernie Williams bobblehead day. I went to Todd Frazier WWE belt bobblehead
dude, when
day.
I saw that was the giveaway you guys got at game 2.
I was like, are you kidding?
I was blown away. I was like, Wendy's so fucking
Everyone's like, we gotta get the bobbleheads. I was like, I don't give a shit. I left mine. I left it in the stadium.
And I was like, damn, Charlotte's definitely so excited because she loves those giveaways. And I just picture Wendy there, like, arms folded, like, I want to go home. I don't care.
Well, dude, it's game 2. We got so many guys on this team. You're going to tell me game 2, the first Saturday of the year, you're giving away Todd Frazier bobbleheads?
It could have been something like
Noah, DeGrom, Matz, Wheeler, Nimmo, Conforto. How many other fucking names that are more relevant than Todd Frazier do I need to throw out?
You could have got, like, even a little bonus, like David Wright bobblehead, like one last.
Why not?
One last one. Ooh,
Why not?
Jeff McNeil action. That would have been.
I didn't want to say Jeff McNeil because I love Jeff McNeil, but yeah, Jeff McNeil action would have been nice.
He's my favorite Met.
How could he not be?
He's my favorite Met.
Level swing. Hits to all fields.
See, this is it. I don't even know what he looks like. But he's my favorite Met. I have him on my fantasy team. All my friends who are Met fans talk about him and fucking rave about this guy.
He's the best.
And I'm like, you know what? Like, I need a player. I got him for $1 in my auction draft, and it's like, it's the greatest thing.
See,
ever.
the thing, one of the reasons why I think I hate Todd Frazier so much is because I am petrified that once Todd Frazier comes and Jed Lowry come back, Jeff McNeil's going to ride the bench.
But McNeil
and I will flip it.
But he could play other positions besides
He can play third. He can play left. He can play second.
Yeah.
He's a versatile guy. One of the reasons I fucking like him. But it's like he should be earning a spot. Like, we should be picking a spot from the field, whether it's third or left, and be like, this is your spot to earn. Hold it down. But we just keep plugging him wherever we need him, and I just don't see any way that can end well.
That's how baseball and people love those all-around utility guys like the Ben Zobrist. I mean, the Yankees were supposed to be able to do it with DJ LeMahieu, but then injuries happened. Who else? There's Brock Holt on the Red Sox is the same thing. I mean, he wasn't really an everyday player, he's like an everyday utility player, and he was a huge part of winning the World Series. So, I mean, even if Jeff McNeil isn't playing every day...
No, Scott, he's playing every day.
I'm just saying, like, he will still have a large role. I mean, baseball, they love to rest people. Like, he'll still play probably, like, 4 games a week, even if he's not...
Absolutely.
You know, so
everything you're saying is what everything you're saying is what everybody kept saying to me at the tailgate last week, and I didn't listen because he didn't play. He didn't play on Todd Frazier bobblehead.
You should listen to Pat.
I shouldn't listen to Pat.
You should listen to Pat. You absolutely should.
I do my best to listen to Pat when I can.
Yeah, when it's convenient.
When it's convenient.
When it fits your mind frame, you'll listen to Pat.
Sometimes it's fun to fight Pat. Sometimes it's fun to fight with Pat.
That's true. He gets all like red faced and gets really angry. So it's fun. It's fun.
Hope you're listening, Pat. We love you, but also fuck you. Speaking of which, Pat.
Yeah.
What a tear he went on for end of the bench.
Dude.
What a tear.
All right, so so we ripped him. Now he's going to get his praise.
Let's give him a pat on the back.
So, yeah. So I approached Pat to do what he did with, if you guys don't know, he wrote a huge piece on every single team going into the baseball season, breaking them down, projected lineups, bullpen, key bench pieces, starting rotation, the whole 9. I told him, like, look, I'm gonna do this, but I know that you would have like so much fun doing it. So if you want to do it, like, it's all yours. Like, just let me know. And he's like, yeah, no, absolutely, that's gonna be awesome. I didn't know he was gonna do everything he did. I thought he was gonna give me like a team, like, you know, a couple paragraphs, be like, this team will suck, this team will be good. Like something. He really
went in.
What he did blew me away. And I mean, he sent me everything like in like one Word document as a division. And it was like 6 pages. I'm like, Pat, I can't post like 6 fucking pages. So
I like what you guys did. You broke them up.
Well, we had the
articles.
Audible because I'm like, I post 6 pages. Like, I mean, first of all, I don't know if anyone's gonna read it anyway, but they're definitely not gonna read 6 pages. Like, that's not gonna happen. So I'll trick them into reading 6 pages, and I mean, hopefully it worked. I mean, if you haven't read what Pat did, head over to the site and check it out. It's all there. It's really exceptional work, and I mean, he deserves all the reads and all the praise that he can get for it.
Absolutely. And, you know, when he went on that tear, as the guy who collects your website analytics, when he was on that tear, your guys' numbers were up.
Yeah, we were killing it.
People were paying attention.
I told him that too.
Yeah.
I only told him once though. I didn't want him to get like too, ego driven.
Well, let's hope he doesn't fucking hear this.
Nah, he's gonna hear it. He's a good friend. He's gonna listen to you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Thanks, Pat. We love you, Pat. But speaking of which, you just dropped an article today.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson's out.
The magic is gone.
The magic is gone. So what do you think? You think that's a good move for the? Somebody had to go after this season, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he left on his own, so it's not even. They didn't tell him to go. He just said, "I'm leaving."
He's just tired. You know what? Do you think it's a personality thing?
Yeah, I mean,
LeBron's too big a personality.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with LeBron. Anything to do with anything like that. I think, and even he said it, like he preferred to be like a mentor, like outside, like big brother sort of figure to these players. And when he's in the president of a basketball operations role that he was in, he can't do that because then it's tampering, or it's like he has to get everything like cleared. And he was like, it wasn't fun for him. And like I really. Like, I was very sarcastic with what I wrote in the article about all his, quote unquote accomplishments that I deemed as failures. But I mean, it was really cool for him to be like, like, I'm just not, like, this isn't me. And I'm gonna own it and I'm gonna walk away. So
you think he's gonna do the same thing with the Dodgers? You think he's gonna sell his portion of the team?
No, because I don't think he's involved really with the Dodgers. So, yeah, no, I don't. I think he'll definitely keep that.
No, good for him. He gave it a shot. It wasn't him. He doesn't want to be one of the big suits.
No, I mean...
And maybe he does in baseball because he doesn't have a personal relationship with the sport. Yeah. But as it's from what you're saying, it sounds to me like when it comes to basketball, he always wants his relationship to be more on the court, less in the box.
Yeah, because he's Magic Johnson.
He's Magic fucking Johnson.
He's one of the best players to ever play.
So what do you think, man? You think he's really got AIDS, or you think he's lying to us?
I mean, I'm gonna assume he's not lying. I don't want to. Why would you lie?
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, shouldn't he be dead by now?
I don't know.
You don't want to step on Magic's feet?
Not really. I mean, he just lost a job. Not that he's starving for cash or anything, but I don't want to.
I'd love to be able to lose a job the way Magic Johnson could lose a job.
Just call your own press con. Don't even tell your boss. Just call your own press con. Be like, I'm out. Oh, okay.
It's not like I can keep the severance check. I'm worth fucking millions.
Like literally everyone in the basketball world that I follow on Twitter is like, no one saw this coming. And like like when Woj from ESPN is shocked, like it's a real shock because he knows everything before Magic Johnson knew he was going to resign. Woj would know he was going to resign.
So what do you think this means for the Lakers moving forward? Do you think this hurts them, like in a morale sense, or? No,
I mean they said that they're going to keep their GM. I mean, of course, they have to come out and say that anyway.
Of course.
So like, what does that really mean? We won't know for a while, but I don't think it's going to hurt the morale of the team. I mean, the season is over. The last day of the regular season is today. I don't know if the Lakers are playing. I think they may have ended last night.
No, Lakers are not. Yeah, I think they're done.
They're not making the playoffs at all. But I think they play they already played their last regular season game. If not, then they played it tonight on Tuesday. By the time people listen, they already played.
So did you know? Like, what were we? I think we were in middle school the last time LeBron James wasn't in the playoffs.
It was 2005.
2005. I think that was my freshman year of high school.
So
actually.
like Instagram wasn't a thing. Twitter wasn't a thing. Facebook was probably still for just college kids.
Oh my god, there was no 4G, 5G.
Like
smartphones. I don't even think we had smartphones yet.
Probably in 2005, like the BlackBerry. Maybe.
Yeah, we had Blackberries. We definitely had Blackberries.
There was like a whole article about like what was like the last time LeBron missed the playoffs. The world was like this. Like
yeah, it literally was a different world. It was before the financial crisis, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible.
You think he's going back? You think he makes it back?
To the playoffs?
To the playoffs, or you think this is
No, he'll make it back to the playoffs.
with the Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, he's signed a 4-year deal. There's no way that they're going to trade him, and I don't think he's going to retire early.
Maybe he'll come to the Knicks.
No, but I think no. After the 4 years, he'll definitely retire after 4 years. Already like 37.
You think so? You think after these 4 years, LeBron's gonna up and walk away?
Yeah, he's already like 36, 37 years old.
Which is like 150 in basketball years. But
Yeah, especially his basketball years. I mean, he's made the playoffs 14 straight years. So,
but he's also a freak in nature.
Yeah,
like,
but you saw it even this year. He started to break down a little bit this year.
Little bit, but you don't think, I mean, you know, it's funny, I was about to say, you don't think that's from lack of a supportive cast? And then I just thought about his whole career, and I was like, wait, he's really never had I don't want to say he's never really had a supporting cast, but most of his years he played on pretty subpar rosters.
Yeah, I mean, outside of like having Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami,
the year when he had Kyrie and Cleveland.
Yeah, Kyrie and Kevin Love, that was a good supporting cast for a year. Because, I mean, then he got tired of Kevin Love. There's the supporting cast he has right now has the most potential. I mean, if Lonzo Ball can ever stay healthy for a full year, hopefully Brandon Ingram gets his health situation figured out because he has a blood clot. I think it's on his shoulder.
Am I crazy, or do basketball players get blood clots? Like, I don't want to say regularly, but like I feel like of all the athletes getting blood clots, I hear about them the most.
I don't know if it's regularly, but I mean,
regularly is the wrong word.
You may think that because Chris Bosh's career ended because of a blood clot, because he just wasn't able to. I mean, some of his doctors cleared him, but like teams just didn't want to touch him. I mean, just save the player at that point. And then Kuzma on the Lakers is good. I mean, they have a good cast. I mean, the problem is Magic Johnson wanted to trade them all for Anthony Davis. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows? Who do you got in the NBA playoffs? What do you think the finals East-West is going to be?
Well, I mean, the Warriors are definitely the obvious pick in the West. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you a hot take on the Western Conference playoffs on the Landy Lodge.
Oh!
The Warriors will not make the NBA Finals.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Yeah. Fuck.
The Warriors.
That's bad because I'm gonna write a whole playoff preview for the site too, and you know what?
You're gonna take it back?
No, I can't take it back.
It's too late.
I can't take it back. But
It's
the seeding isn't complete yet, so I may end up regretting what I said. But I'm not gonna take it back. I'm not gonna take it back.
Who's gonna make it?
The Rockets will make
it.
I
want the fucking Rockets to make it so bad.
I think this year is really... I'm a big believer in storylines. Like, I think Virginia won March Madness because of the huge storyline that they had losing to UMBC last year.
How'd I do in that pick'em? I didn't even look at it.
You didn't do good.
I didn't do too well?
No.
I didn't even look at it.
You picked your favorites every game.
Yeah, I just picked the favorite every game.
Yeah, no, you did not.
I don't know shit about college basketball. You were just like, I made this bracket. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, no, you did not. You did not do well. My friend Rob won. And he won another bracket group that we're in together too. So he's
a sicko.
He won a lot of money. I'm not going to share because I don't want to do that. But he definitely won a lot of money.
He just caked.
Yeah, he caked.
And he probably just got that tax return. Yeah, there you go, Rob.
He's definitely doing good. What was the question that you asked?
What was the question? I don't know. We were talking about basketball.
Yeah. So I'm a big believer in storylines. I just think that the run James Harden has had this year in the NBA, I think it's time for him to take that step in the playoffs, and I think they can score with Golden State. They can't stop Golden State because no one can stop Golden State but themselves. But I think that he and Chris Paul, if he's healthy, and their supporting cast will create enough problems for them. And they'll win in 7 games. I mean, last year they took him to 7 games, and it took a historically bad night shooting from 3 for the Warriors to win because the Rockets were like 0 of 28.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they were still up at half.
So you got the Rockets beating the Warriors in 7 games
in the Western Conference Finals, and in the finals they'll face. I'm gonna go with the Raptors. Even though I'm a Celtics fan.
You're a Celtics fan?
I am a Celtics fan. Marcus Smart, he's going to miss the first 2 rounds with a torn oblique that just came out today. So that's going to be absolutely terrible for this team.
So I have to interrupt your little analysis here because
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm not
almost
busy or anything.
I almost see a little eye to eye with you here because like I'm a Mets fan who loves the Eagles and now you're a Yankees fan who loves the Celtics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm Irish.
Sidebar. Is that it? Is that really it?
Yeah.
Simple as that?
Yeah. I mean, you're just weird.
I'm an American.
Okay.
Philadelphia was the birth of our nation.
Okay. That's fair.
Eagles.
That's fine. You could have that opinion.
That's
You could be a Patriot fan. They're the Patriots.
Nah. Too much seafood in New England. I like the fried food in Philly.
Okay, so coming from someone who orders soup and tomatoes and mozzarella at the bar.
It's a
Sunday.
palate cleanser, Scott. It's a palate cleanser. You're making it sound like that's the only thing I eat. No, I go wings, then I go soup, fresh tomato and mutts, and then I cap it off with a quesadilla or a burger.
Yeah, I mean, you went a little light this year, though.
I did go lighter this year.
I think because you brought Charlotte more. I think she held you back a little with your calorie intake.
Little bit.
Which is good. I mean, because there were days last year I was very concerned about your health after you left nutrition.
I would down like, maybe like 3,000 calories.
Oh, my God.
A fucking day there. But it was we play softball that day.
I know.
That's the thing. I just don't eat. I play softball. I go to the fucking bar and fill up. It's my Sunday. It's my cheat day, bro. All the days I eat fruits and nuts at my fucking desk at work, it leads to Sunday, which is filled with softball and grease, Scott.
And I 100% agree with that approach. I'm just saying
yes.
It was a little excessive.
It was, dude. It was. But that's where the soup and the tomato and mutts came in. Because if you remember, the first year, that didn't happen till towards the end.
Yeah.
Because I started to realize what you were concerned about.
Yeah, dude.
I was eating 4,000 calories and drink. Yeah.
You still had the mozzarella cheese. You know. Okay.
It's
That's not good for you.
Much isn't good for you.
Don't come at me like, oh, but I had this healthy snack in between.
I'm not saying it's a healthy snack, Scott. What I'm saying is fresh tomato and mutts is way better than mac and cheese bites.
Fair.
That's fair. All. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I'm no vegan.
Definitely not a vegan.
Definitely not a vegan. Could you ever date a vegan?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
I thought about it years ago.
My go-to thing is like, oh, let's get dinner. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to eat? Like,
yes. I take you to get fucking like spaghetti every night.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine. I like Italian
I like spaghetti,
food,
yeah.
I don't want to have it every night.
Well, I was saying, what happens? You know what's crazy? All she could eat is that fresh tomato and mutts. That's the only item on the Newbridge menu.
Put the fucking Newbridge dinner in. I'll do that.
It.
Nice little cheap dinner, too. That's fine.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no, that's the kind of stuff I think about. I'm like, well, how's my family supposed to have you over for dinner?
Oh,
yeah, mom and dad, like, I'm going to bring Becky, but, like, she's a vegan, so you have to make an entire meal special for her.
My dad would be like, what's a vegan? You know, I bet the last time LeBron missed the playoffs, vegans didn't exist. They
definitely weren't as vocal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, they definitely didn't have blogs that made $100,000 a year.
That's crazy. They make that much. That's fucking crazy.
Some blogs, man. Some people just blog about eating plants and they make a living. And that's the thing. Is like I'm not trying. I don't know about you. I'm not trying to like hate on vegans.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just like amazing how you could have a life choice make you like this much money. Like you would have just one day chose like I'm just not gonna eat this thing, and now you're rich.
And now you're
like,
fucking loaded. You know what it is, man? It's just putting it out there. Some people are lucky enough and talented enough, they can literally just throw themselves out there and people will just follow them.
Yeah.
And I guess like everybody wants to belong. And I guess vegans are such a very tight-knit group.
Well, they have to be.
Yeah. So I guess that's why those bloggers do so well, because then the vegans come out and they're like, we support this, the green goddess, the vegan goddess. You know, they always have like vegan or green in their name.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because they have to let you know.
You have to know on the surface that they're fucking vegan. What do they eat at the ballpark? You can't have ice cream. That's from a cow.
Probably nothing, dude.
Probably not. That's what I'm saying.
Can you have fries?
You can have fries.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
A pretzel?
You can have a pretzel.
Okay. That could be vegan. I have fries and I can have beer.
That's a good question. I think it actually depends on the beer. I think there are some beers that are vegan friendly and some that aren't.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't drink that expensive kind of beer, so I'm sure I'll be fine. I mean, I'm sure Miller Lite is vegan. You
know what's crazy, man? It's like vegetarian is so much easier and more attainable. Like there are times like
I couldn't do either of them. So
you couldn't do either of them?
No.
I've had times where I've gone vegetarian for a month just because like I'll do fucking anything for 30 days except veganism. But
It's good to know.
but it's not so bad, man. Like being a vegetarian isn't so bad. I eat vegetarian at least like 3 or 4 days a week.
But like, what do you eat? Like, cause I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna have salad, and like I'll have some falafel. And I said, like, can you have pizza when you're a vegetarian? Yeah, you can have
Yeah,
pizza.
you get pizza when you're vegetarian.
All right, but
It's just
vegan,
not
you
meat.
can't have pizza.
Vegan, you can't have pizza because
All right.
the cheese comes from a cow.
All right, I'm out now. I'm making myself sound really stupid, but that's fine. Anything for the lodge.
Well, dude, you're a sports commentator. You're not a nutritionist.
I'm definitely no scientist. That is for sure.
Well, vegans ain't scientists.
Science was not my.
Well, no,
forte.
there's probably vegan scientists.
Nowadays there is. Yeah,
But being a
they're
vegan-
making $200K a year.
Yeah, right. But being a vegan doesn't make you a scientist.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
I
no.
wouldn't know. I'm not a vegan. Yo, imagine I just like started going vegan. And I was like, yo, Scott. So I've been coming up with all these algorithms and shit, and I think I figured out the Earth is flat.
All right, Kyrie.
I think that's gonna be my new brand. I'm gonna be a flat Earth vegan. You think I can get over? You think flat Earth vegan can get over?
That's like a totally new type of species right there.
Oh, that's the thing. You could do flat Earth vegan who's chip gang. Now that's a new species.
But if you're chip gang, like, wouldn't you be smart enough to know that flat Earth doesn't exist?
See, here's the thing, Scott. I feel like even when you have the chip, you can still lie to yourself. Because I feel like a lot of flat Earth people,
That's true.
the ones who say they know. Like, if you wanted to question flat Earth, I'll have the conversation with you. Fuck it. Whatever.
We don't have to.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, okay,
we're not
that's
going to go down that road. I'm just making a more broad point of like, if you come at me, and if someone came at me and was like, bro, the Earth's flat, I know. I'd be like, go for a walk. But like, if you came up to me and were like, dude, you think the Earth might be flat? And then we talk about it for 5 minutes and laugh that we're assholes and move on with our lives.
Yeah,
I'm all
I could
for
see
that.
that one.
I'm all for that. Completely forgot where I was going with this.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. I
Yeah, me neither.
don't think it was about sports though.
It was definitely not about sports.
Oh, I said I was a Celtic fan. And
You're a
then we
Celtic
talked
fan,
about-
and we
talked
spiraled
about
into
vegans.
vegan flat Earth.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's
Celtic
spiral
green.
back up.
Celtic green, vegans green. It all
Celtic, exactly. It all comes
intertwines right
It's all
there.
one thing.
But yeah, so the Rockets are gonna beat the Raptors in the NBA Finals. That's my prediction.
So you got those are your NBA predictions. I want more MLB predictions from you. We got a bunch of Pat's MLB predictions, but I assume the two of you don't align on everything.
Yeah, I mean, oddly enough, we kind of did. One thing I didn't agree. I thought that I would pick the Mets before the season started to finish fourth instead of third.
You son of a bitch.
But not like a disrespectful fourth, like
son of
like
a
a
bitch.
very close.
Fucking
fourth.
Yankee fan.
No, don't do this. Don't ask my opinion and then be like, "No, you're wrong because you're a Yankee fan." No, don't fucking do that.
I'm doing the flat Earth thing. But go on.
I thought the Braves had more talent than the Mets, and
That's fair.
and honestly, like
we gotta talk about Acuna. But
some
we'll get
of
back
the
into
Mets'
that.
problems, I was like, they're not gonna stay healthy though. Like I couldn't let that leave my mind in my
Scott, we
in my
fired
thought
Ray
process.
Ramirez. We're gonna be fine.
Yeah, apparently the Yankees got him with all their fucking injuries right now. But that was really the only one that I remember disagreeing with him on. Was the and I was like nothing.
That's minuscule. Who do you got in the World Series then? Let's go big picture.
I have to be a homer and say the Yankees in the World Series. And before the season, I thought it was going to be the Cubs. So I'll go Yankees Cubs. I'll stay true to that.
That'd be
Hopefully,
a classic World Series, man.
Yeah, I think
Yankees versus
that's
Cubs?
literally one of MLB's like wet dreams in the making is a Yankee Cub World Series.
Yankees Cubs.
Yankees Dodgers will probably be like the number one wet dream for them, but Yankees Cubs will not be far behind.
Yankees Dodgers would be next level.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would be a lot of
goodness.
fun too to watch.
I would actually love that as a baseball fan.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much as a Mets fan, but as a baseball fan, I'd fucking love that.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Have Judge and Bellinger on the same stage, and then you got Seager and Didi and Glaber on the same page. Like, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Well,
Both pretty good bullpens. What do you think?
I don't see. I here's the thing. It's like I think the Red Sox are just going to do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think the Red Sox do it again.
Okay.
I don't even know what National League team I'd pick at this point. It seems like a pretty open bracket to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the American League isn't, but I don't know. Something about these Red Sox in the 21st century, Scott. They know how to win. It's very new to me.
Yeah, I mean,
very new to
they're
baseball.
struggling out the gate even worse than the Yankees are, which is really the only thing
Keeping you going?
It's keeping Yankee fans from like completely losing their shit. Because like if the Red Sox were like 8-2 and we were where we were, like it would be Yankee Twitter would fucking blow up. It would probably destroy the world.
Jesus.
So I mean, we're lucky. I mean, Chris Sale still does not look completely right. David Price, who knows what you're gonna get? Nathan Eovaldi is a good pitcher, but they have no bullpen, like at all. They went through the offseason with such arrogance, be like, we don't need a bullpen because we have starting pitching. Well, your starting pitching may suck,
Or might even fucking get hurt.
yeah, and I think their plan is they have enough to get to the playoffs, and
And they think they're going to catch fire.
And once they get to the playoffs, they'll put their starters in the bullpen like they did last year. When they have Eovaldi in there and they had Porcello able to come out in the bullpen, and they'll win games like that. I think that's the strategy that they're going with right now. I mean, it's hard to argue. It's hard to know for sure, but it's definitely hard to disprove. Like it really looks like that's what they're doing.
Interesting. All right, let's hop sports for a second because there was something in particular I stayed away from for this podcast
Yes,
you
dude.
hit me up about Conor McGregor, and the day you hit me up, I like to do my YouTube feed. All my feeds just wanted to tell me about Conor McGregor, and I was like, no, I'm going to save it for the podcast. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I'm in the dark.
So I'll preface this by saying I am not a UFC fan. The only Conor McGregor fight I ever watched was the one against Floyd with you.
God. Yeah.
Which wasn't really much of a fight.
It was for the first few rounds.
Yeah.
I was freaking out those first few rounds.
So he has this tiff with, what's his name? Habib Nurmagomedov. I think I said that
Close
right.
enough. Close enough.
So the other day, I don't know when this actually came out. But this is when I heard it the other day. ESPN discovered a deleted tweet from McGregor. And it was a picture of Habib at Habib's wedding, with his wife, and they are Muslim from what I remember. So she's fully veiled.
Gotcha.
So Conor McGregor posts the picture and writes, "Your wife's a towel."
How long ago did he post that?
Well, he deleted it. And
Oh yeah, I'm
ESPN
sure he
found
did.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I found out about it like last week. So I don't know if it was like really old and ESPN dug it up, or if like,
damn, your wife's a towel.
Like,
was that what he said? Towel? Your wife's a towel?
And he added bro in there, for Conor McGregor's, real stylistic points right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just made me so mad. Like, this has nothing to do with sports, but like, on the sports side, like, you got your fucking ass kicked, dude. Like,
whooped.
He got choked out. Like, first of all, Habib was probably so happy after all the shit McGregor does to him and like his family and his team to like literally have him in your arms just choking him out, and he has to beg the ref to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a great fucking win for Habib. But like,
well, dude, you know what I said? Look, I understand that in the UFC, like, I watch the UFC pretty regularly. I wouldn't call myself a fan. I'm not like actively looking at UFC news sites for what's happening. I just watch the fights. Trash talking is a big part of it. Trash talking makes it fun. It hypes it up. I get that. Leave people's families out of it.
No, yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Even if you want to bring someone's family into it, like, that's here or there. But like what he said, like, that's just fucking stupid. Like, that's terrible. Like, all the bad shit that goes on in this world, and you have this platform of being super well known, super well liked for whatever fucking reason. It blows my mind, but whatever. He's super well liked. He has this platform to really like make a difference in people's lives. And like, I'm not saying like athletes and everyone has to be like role models to everyone, but like, use your platform for good. Like, you don't have to be like, a fucking saint, but like, don't be spreading this like racist shit all around and just laughing it off. Like, what if like your son came home and said that about someone? You're gonna be like, oh,
said that about someone at school.
Yeah, like, oh, hi, it's really funny. No, don't be a fucking actual person and not a jackass. And like, it's amazing. Like, the world we live in today, like the fact that he's like so celebrated, And he just says shit like that and does racist shit all the time.
You know what it is, man? It's like we romanticize champions for their athletic prowess without considering who they might be off the field or out of the ring.
Yeah.
So
but then he shows you and he gets all the chances again.
That's kind of where I'm... See, he lost me. It's like, look, I'll watch a Conor fight, but like I'm not a Conor fan. He lost me, though, when he pulled that stunt in New York. When he threw the dolly through the fucking bus and he injured other fighters and like got glass in one dude's eye. It's like, dude, why are you coming after your own?
Yeah.
Like, I understand fighters compete against one another, but at the end of the day, you're all under the same umbrella.
Right.
Like, would you want somebody to injure you with a dolly?
No.
No.
I hope not.
Look, and I understand. Look, I get it. I love the quote unquote pro wrestling aspect of UFC. I love it when you can successfully build a rivalry between two fighters. But it doesn't need to go to like levels of insulting somebody's wife while simultaneously insulting those person's beliefs. And whatever comments you have about people's beliefs, keep them to your fucking self. And it doesn't have to come to injuring other fucking fighters.
Yeah.
Throwing shit through glass.
It's insane. And like, it was his wedding day.
It's such a low blow,
he had such a way up to like be a good person, be like, oh, like congratulations or whatever. No, he's just, let his true character shine of the asshole that he was.
No, you don't say that kind of shit.
It's just ridiculous.
You don't say that kind of shit.
I was in Boston and I went to the St. Patrick's Day parade, and he was there. Connor was there. He had his whiskey company or whatever or you think he's like the face of it or whatever. And like people were going fucking nuts, and I'm just like, dude just bailed himself out of jail last week. What are you going fucking nuts for? Like,
I mean, dude, idol worship, man. I think it's a serious problem we have. Like, so I hate saying things like as a society, but seriously, idol worship is a real problem we have.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is, dude? It's like people who love the sport probably got really attached to him and watching him come up.
Because he made it huge.
Yeah, and rise to a champion, and he became this pinnacle of success and this pinnacle of winning in the sport of UFC.
Yeah.
And then when you worship somebody like that, when you see them do wrong, you turn the other cheek so easily.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of these people are doing.
No, it's terrible. That's terrible. That's all I wanted to say, honestly. Let's have some fun.
That's fair. We could have some fun. I mean, we could rip on fucking Conor McGregor for fun.
Yeah.
Dude's probably got
That's really all I got, though.
Dude's probably got a tiny dick.
Yeah.
What is it that you think actually drives people to be fighters? What is it?
Oh, you think it's like the Dvorsky thing with motorcycles? Like they're compensating?
The compensating? No, I don't think.
Shout out Nick Dvorsky.
Shout out Nick Dvorsky. I think there's obviously some who are compensating, but I wonder where, because like, I don't know, man.
Well,
it's a crazy way to make a living, don't you think?
Like fighting is like a good workout, so maybe you're just like a ultra gym rat. And
maybe you're an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Otherwise, like, I don't know why you would want to get your ass kicked for a living. Like, why would you want to do that?
I don't get it, because so few of those people even make it to that point where they can make a living off of it.
And they'll make it for like, what, 4 years, and then that's it?
Drop off.
I mean, it's basically the same as the NFL, so, I mean,
But it's like, the people who don't make it, it's like you completely wrecked your body and your brain the whole way up.
Yeah.
Like, because you're taking blows to the head any way you look at it. Unless you're like more of a... Like, I know, like Ronda Rousey got her start. She was a jiu-jitsu champion in the Olympics.
Right.
So there weren't any real, like, blows to the head.
Yeah.
So I could see how, like, maybe that's a transition, but
all it takes is one time to face one fighter who will attack you like that, and that's all you need. Like, you don't need it to happen multiple times.
All I needed to see as a person was that Anderson Silva fight.
Oh,
where his fucking
leg
leg came off, like... Oh!
Yeah, no, that should not happen. Should not happen.
Makes me thankful for my desk job.
Yeah. Fucking love being an accountant right now.
not gonna fucking deal with my fucking getting concussions or getting my fucking shin snapped.
I got carpal tunnel sometimes.
Eventually, you gotta stretch, dude.
I'll take that.
You gotta stretch the fingers.
Yeah.
You gotta stretch the fingers.
Yeah, try to.
At least you gotta try to.
Yeah.
You think there? I hope there's some like millennial scientists out there who are like hardcore working on fixing arthritis. Dude. Because given all the texting, it's gonna be like our parents got hit with arthritis. We're gonna get
real
fucked.
That the video games.
Yeah, we need people who are on this. Well, it's funny. I had my friend Matt Petrovich who was on the podcast a few months ago.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
That was one of my favorite episodes, and he was talking about how like a way people in like PT in his field are making a living now is they're helping people like who are gamer like esports.
Yeah.
Like they're dealing with their finger injuries, their hand injuries, giving them exercises so they don't get carpal tunnel, so they don't get arthritis.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy.
It's crazy to think like, you know, you go to like your parents like, Mom, like I think I have to go to like PT because like I'm like injured. And they're like, well, what'd you do? I was like, I just played a lot of video games. But like the fact that like that's like an actual thing
It's a
in
real
today's
thing.
society is kind of cool. Like I played video games growing up. I still do. Like it's kind of awesome.
Well, it speaks to the industry, man. That gaming industry has grown so much that there's now calls for those lines of work. People to come and essentially give physical therapy for people who either game too much or game for a living.
Yeah. Yo, those gamers make so much money.
Dude, the people in esports right now, man, and like people who Twitch actually make the most. That's the thing, is Twitch streamers like Ninja make way more than like professional esports competitors.
I saw a post about him, about what he made, and I don't remember.
Ridiculous.
But
It's just a disgusting amount of money, and I say that in a good way. Good for Ninja.
Yeah.
I almost want. Actually, I'll save that for off stream. I have a funny idea I'm thinking of doing, but there's no point in talking about it right now.
Wow.
I don't want somebody to jack my idea.
Okay. Oh, that's not like a play on what you're thinking of, right?
No. It's not a play I'm thinking of.
Okay, good.
But we could talk about jacking off,
No,
Scott.
I'm good. No,
like
I'm
I've talked
really,
about
like,
jerking off several times on this podcast.
I'm good, dude. Let's talk about Robert Acuna instead. Now you just don't understand
Acuna
baseball.
Jr. I don't.
Yeah.
I understand baseball just fine, Scott. I understand, and I understand. Like, all right, for anyone listening, we're talking about the Acuna Jr. deal for the Atlanta Braves. They gave him what, $100 million over 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for anyone else who's not in our group chat, Landy went off like a 30 text soliloquy.
I did go off.
Which he never does. You usually have to beg him to answer his phone about his feelings about this. So this is a monumental occasion. Both for Acuna and Nick Landy.
Got me to look at my phone. Now, Acuna, for those listening, was the Rookie of the Year last year, and he put up, in 115 games, he put up fantastic numbers. I think it was, 24 home runs, 67 RBIs, like really great
really
fucking
good.
numbers. So before we even played a game this season, the Braves went and signed him for 8 years, at $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
It's a good living.
The Braves, it's a great living. I'm happy for Acuna. I never come at athletes who make all this money. I'm happy for Acuna. Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his family will eat until the end of time.
Yes.
Now, I understand all that money isn't front loaded on the contract, that he didn't just get $100 million that day.
That was my favorite response.
When you were like, he didn't get the check like today. Honestly, I was on the shitter. I was on the shitter laughing my ass off.
He's gonna earn the money, Landy. I don't know what your problem is right
Well, my
now.
thing is, man, like he's played 100 games.
Okay.
What if the league adjusts to him? What if he fucking blows out his knee and he's just done? You're going to give a guy who proved he could play great for 100 games $100 million. I understand that if Acuna Jr. turns into the player he showed himself to be rookie year, the Braves got to steal.
Yeah.
And
that's what they're banking on. That's what they have to bank on.
I get that. I just don't think I'd ever take that risk. And look, I'm not a baseball GM. If I was, maybe I'd feel differently. I don't know, but it just seems too risky to me to give a guy who's played 100 games $100 million.
See, I agree that it's risky, but I think that they've had him for a while, and he's been in the system. They know his floor. They have a good idea of his floor, I should say. They have a good idea of his ceiling, and I think the way they look at it is, even if he hits his floor, he's still worth that AAV that they're gonna give him. And say what you said is obviously the worst case scenario. Like he blows out his knee, he can't play anymore. But even if he just starts to hit his floor, or he's on the lower end of his potential, with that AAV, you could still move it. It's not one of those you paid him way too early and you paid him way too much too early, and then you're stuck. It's not like a Jacoby Ellsbury or a Chris Davis contract that you're giving Acuna Jr. right now.
It's backloaded, which we both agreed was the smart thing to do.
And if he blows out his knee and can't fucking play, then the backload, it doesn't matter. It's going to fucking suck.
I think
you bank on that not happening.
I think what concerns me about that is and I brought up that they have, the Braves have $100 million payroll.
Yeah.
And on the back end of Acuna Jr.'s deal, he's making an average of like $15 million a year. Now, say he is a useless prick at that point, which as a Mets fan, that would delight me. Nothing against Acuna. Eat forever, Acuna. Get your money. But losing like 10 to 15% of your salary cap to one contract of a guy who's not playing is enough to set a team back. And maybe they could renegotiate it like the Mets did Bonilla and space it out so it doesn't fuck them in the immediate future. It just, I don't know.
But it's also not a salary cap. Like,
it's a payroll. They can bump the salary cap. But who knows how much money the Braves even have?
Okay. But, like, who knows how much they're going to have? Like, if this team gets really good how they're supposed to be, the team will have more money.
They can cake.
And this contract won't look as bad. Their payroll will go up the whole nine. So, I think they're banking more on the team's success being able to absorb the possibility of this contract being way too rich, way too early in his career, and hopefully it all works out for them. I mean, I think they took a chance.
I understand the risk. I understand the risk. I'm just hard on it because I guess I'm a little bit more fiscally conservative in my brain.
Yeah.
But I understand why they did it, but I don't think I would do it. I mean, you got DeGrom for $130 million, like.
Yeah.
And that guy's a stud. He's the best at what he does.
He's also older and a pitcher.
Yeah, I know. There's differences, but you got who's arguably and without question top 3 starting pitcher in baseball right now.
Yeah, without doubt. I go number 1.
Me too. I just didn't want to be a big dick Mets fan, but
I'll go number
you
1.
got the best pitcher in the game for $137 million over 5 years. It's it's different, construction.
Yeah.
And then you got this rookie of the year for $100 million. It's like, would you rather spend? Let's pretend they met in the middle somewhere. Let's say both DeGrom and Acuna's contracts met at $115 million. Who would you rather give the money to?
Acuna.
You'd rather give it to Acuna over DeGrom?
Yeah, he's younger and a hitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying like DeGrom wouldn't be worth it, but yeah, I would choose Acuna over if I had to give it to only one player and I couldn't give it to another. I'll try to find another pitcher. I won't find another Jacob deGrom, but I'll try to find another pitcher. I'm gonna lock up Acuna.
We'll agree to disagree on that one. But who knows? Acuna might end up being the best player in baseball, and the Braves might be paying him pennies compared to what Harper and Trout are making, and Machado.
There are people around baseball who say Trout is his ceiling. So, I mean, if he turns out to be that...
If he turns out to be Trout, I'm going to be really upset.
It's a steal, and I think even when this contract ends, I think he's still in his prime, Acuna. So he'll get another one, too.
If he keeps up, he'll get his big check eventually.
To think this isn't even his big contract.
No, it's almost a rookie deal at this point. What was I going to say? Speaking of Harper and Trout, what do you think of their contracts?
I mean, I think Harper he wanted the years. He wanted the total contract value. I don't think it's a bad deal for the Phillies. I think what it told me is that they believe the National League will eventually get a DH. Because Bryce Harper is not the type of fielder I want out there when he's
35. Even when he's 35.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue if the NL had a DH, he'd be perfect.
He'd be DHing right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously also to protect your investment.
Yeah, right.
But I think that's what that told me, to be honest. Like, I think that...
I'm scared because this fucking Manfred guy will do it. This Manfred guy will do it at the fucking...
so you don't want it to happen?
I don't want an NLDH, man.
Why?
No. What do you mean, why? What do you mean, why? I like the chess match.
Okay. I mean, I understand.
I know.
I
I'm
understand,
passionate, Scott. I'm passionate. You got to deal with me.
But, like, what happens when Cano's at the end of his deal and can't play the field anymore? You're going to want to...
We made our bed. We made our bed, and we have to sleep in it.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's kind of a dumb way to think about it.
I don't think it's a dumb way to think about it. How many years do we have Cano for? What's even the contract? We don't have him until he's like 45.
No, but he's going to be like 38.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he still plays the field like pretty well now. He's not what he used to be, obviously, but he plays the field
only going to get worse.
How much worse could it get?
He could have zero
How
range.
much worse could it get? You're going to come at me about Cano's defense, and that's why I'm going to want a DH?
I'm not saying he's bad at defense. I'm just saying when he's older and he loses a step.
We made our bed and we'll sleep in it. I don't think a DH belongs in the National League. One, because
Okay.
I like that the leagues are different. I'm not saying
I don't like that. That's where we differ.
and that's fair enough. If I could have it my way though, because my way is the best way, there would be no DH period. I like that there's a difference between the two leagues. One is a DH and one doesn't. But no, man, I like that the pitcher just the pitcher being in the lineup involves more strategy, more critical thinking on a manager's point. Things like double switches, when to bunt, or sometimes you have a pitcher like you're gonna take away Jacob deGrom's home runs. Those are some of the most exciting plays for a Mets fan.
See, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that my main thing is it should be uniform across baseball. Like I don't like the two different rules. Like the American
why?
League.
Why?
Because when you go to the World Series and the biggest games of the year, they're played under different rules. That's fucking stupid.
I think that makes it more. See, that's the thing. I love that. It makes it more of a chess match.
I would rather it be the same. And
no,
then,
you know
and
why?
then
You know why? Because that's even better. That makes home field advantage all the more important. Because then if you got home field advantage, you get 4 games with your DH, and then the 4 games with the National League team has to come up with a DH.
See, okay, so that's fine. But like, I don't think
I love that shit.
I don't think a National League team would mind having a DH instead of having to bat their fucking pitcher 4 times a game.
I don't know. It's like
you're telling me if you're a manager, you don't want to pencil in a nice
because you know what, dude, you say that, right?
Instead of your fucking pitcher in the 9-hole.
You say that, but then it's like, yeah, well, the other team has to lose their pitcher too. Because as much as like you're saying, like, oh, it sucks when you have your pitcher come up 4 times.
Okay, so you'd rather have your opponent lose something than you gain something. Or you think them losing something is actually you gaining?
No, it's neither, because if they lose their pitcher, you lose your. It's weird. I feel like I'm a little tangled up in my head in this conversation.
Because if the American League team loses their DH in Game 7 of the World Series, and you're the National League team,
they have to bat a pitcher.
You gained something as the National League team
because they lost their DH. Yeah. Correct.
Okay. I just think it should be uniform so that doesn't decide. I mean, I would love to like look back and see if it actually made
Yankees and everything being in uniform. Can't have mustaches. You can't have. Wait, actually, didn't they get rid of that?
That's fucking stupid. You can't have facial hair.
You can't have facial hair as a Yankee. Yeah.
Piss me. I mean, I can't grow any, so I don't give a fuck. But like, it's still like
maybe you were born to be a Yankee.
It's so fucking stupid that they can't like baseball's doing this whole thing this year. Like, let the kids play. Like, let the kids fucking play. Grow a fucking
beard. Let them grow a beard. Let them have some character. Let them have some character.
Exactly. What does it matter? I don't.
Let the boys play.
I don't understand.
What do you think? Let's get off. We obviously disagree on the DH thing, and I feel like we both stated our cases. What do you think of Manfred as a commissioner? What do you think of his latest new rules that he passed? Do any of them bother you? Are there any of them you particularly really like?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like any of them really. Well, I mean, the one that sticks out to me is the bullpen rule that's gonna be next year with the you can't phase one batter.
Yeah, that's the worst rule.
I mean, like, you just took away jobs from players, like the
specialists.
Some people, that's all they have in baseball is that one out.
What was his name? Mike Myers,
yeah,
the lefty. You come in to face David Ortiz
all
and shit. Yeah,
hang around because they have that one role that seems like, you know what, you'll be worth it
because you could take out that one guy.
Yeah,
and I love that, dude. The specialist versus the world beater is one of my favorite things about baseball.
Yeah, and I mean, like, but then I go back and forth with it because, like, sometimes, like, those biggest outs when you bring in that specialist, it's with 2 outs. A lot of the time. So, like, if you get that guy, if you do your job, you come out because the inning ended.
It's just that my problem is, like, it's all coming from a place, and Manfred said this himself, it's all coming from a place of wanting to speed up the game.
Right, which that does not speed up the game.
I just don't, it barely speeds up the game.
No.
I just don't get it. It's like, why cater to people who don't watch the sport?
I said this the last time I was on. If they want to speed up the game, they should just fucking call strikes. And make hitters swing. Like, that'll work.
I don't think the game needs speeding up. I think it's nothing's perfect. But it's great just the way it is. I would like it
to be a little faster.
A little faster, or the 15 minutes. Do you really need 15 minutes?
When you're there, I think you do.
Bro, I'm sad when I leave. I want the games to be longer.
Yeah, me too, because I go on the fucking subway and then, go to Penn Station and take the train home.
Fair. Fair enough. But no, man, I don't think the game needs speeding up. I think it's a patient person's game. There's a lot going on in between every pitch. I don't know. It just seems I just hate speeding up, like changing baseball for people who hate baseball. That's my problem.
because they're not worried about you. They already have you.
They do have me.
You're not going anywhere.
They do have me. Well, we'll see, Scott.
You're not going anywhere.
They keep up bullshit. They may.
Stop
who knows how far they'll go, Scott?
Stop it.
First, it's the DH, right? First, it's the DH. You give them a fucking inch, they take a mile.
You're not going anywhere. You love the Mets too much.
You don't know that. I do love the Mets.
You're not going
way
anywhere.
too much.
You can't. Like, they have you. You're hooked. Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Well, you know what? They don't completely have me because I don't have cable. I pirate the games, so fuck you, MLB.
I got the MLB app.
You got the MLB app?
Yeah, so I pay like $2 a month or whatever it is to just listen to the games.
Sweet.
Yeah, which is good.
That's pretty cool. That's not a bad deal.
No, because I don't need the one that I could watch. Like, I got the Yankees. Like, I got they're on all the time.
Well, I think what's crazy is, like, don't they box you out, like MLB.TV, don't they box you out of, like, Mets and Yankees games because of the restrictions?
No, I don't think so.
On the cable companies? I feel like I've had that problem
before. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't get boxed out with the radio.
Yeah,
so I'm going based off of that. I don't really know about the TV. But they do give you one free game a night to watch on TV.
That's cool.
I mean, they tell you which game it is. Which is,
you don't get to pick.
Yeah, but like I think the other night was Yankees Astros. Like, that's kind of cool. Like,
that's
they
cool.
don't give you shit, which is good. Like, they don't give you like fucking White Sox Royals.
Yeah.
Who wants to watch that?
Not me. Well, I guess if you want to see Machado. But that's one player.
But he's on the Padres.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, I mixed up. Why did I think he was on the White Sox?
Because the White Sox signed everyone that they thought would convince Manny to go. And they
were going hard for him in the offseason.
Dude, they signed his brother-in-law, and they thought it would work. I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to be with my brother-in-law. Dude.
Yes.
Like,
what if you don't like your brother-in-law?
Okay, yeah, but like, hey, what if you're not like Conor McGregor? Like, what if you're not a good guy and you go out to like the fucking club and you're like cheating on your wife? Like, you want your brother-in-law right there with you?
Fair enough. Machado's probably the kind of guy to do that too.
I don't know about that. I'm not gonna.
No, I'm just gonna assume that Manny Machado is just a piece of shit. I'm just gonna assume that he's absolute trash human being. He clubs baby seals. I've seen it. I've seen it. No, man, I wanted that guy nowhere near my team, so I'm still in like hate Manny Machado mode because like so many Mets fans like we gotta get Machado.
See,
gotta get Machado.
I'm kind of torn about whether I should go to the stadium when we play the Padres. When the Padres come in, because I don't know how I feel, because I really like Manny Machado.
You really like Manny Machado? I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, and I'm just so happy that he's not on the Orioles anymore.
Yeah,
because he killed us.
Good for you, right? You guys lost Machado. We got
We got him far, far away, where we will probably
never see him. Different league, different coast.
It just so happens we're playing the NL West this year.
That's hilarious.
I'm sure Machado looked at the schedule before he decided where to sign. He was like, "Yep, I'm definitely going to the NL West.
Definitely want to take an East Coast trip to face.
Definitely gonna face CC one last time.
Does he like crush CC?
Yeah, he kills
CC.
him. Yeah, and Longoria kills him too.
Oof, it's a bad combo.
Yeah, that was probably the happiest day of my life was when Longoria left the Tampa Bay Rays.
Man, it's so crazy.
So excited.
I think they said officially this year there are no more players left from the 20th century. All players I think all players who played a game in 1999 are gone. Every last one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know why. I thought you meant like born in the 20s. Like,
no.
I was like, that's not possible.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We got another like 25 years before we're there.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much. And I could be wrong. I don't know. But everyone who played a game in 1999 is out of the league now. They're all gone. And I'm trying to think of some of the older players.
Like Pujols, CC.
Pujols didn't play in 99.
Yeah, I don't think CC did either.
No.
Wow, that's awesome. That's incredible.
Like a whole new league.
Jesus Christ.
It's a whole new league from when we were kids.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. Well, look, man, we got like 5 minutes left. I don't know if you want to talk trash about anyone on the softball team.
Dude,
if you want to do anything
man.
like that.
We had a huge fucking come from behind win on Sunday.
It was epic as fuck.
That was big for us.
That was big.
Well,
there's a trend, man. We seem to be it's spring training, but we seem to be like really off our beat in game one. And game two, we seem to find it. That happened last week too. I felt we had a much better game two than game one.
We focus more in game two.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
everyone's awake. Everyone starts coming to.
I feel like we have that, like, we don't want to get swept mentality going on right now. Even though we got swept week one. But, Yeah, no. I mean, I was happy with how we played. We didn't make any errors in the field, really.
We looked pretty good out there.
Joe was having a fucking day.
A day at first base,
dude.
man. Dude,
Having
that
a
hard
day.
liner?
Yeah.
There's that hard line. I thought it was going to go straight to Abrams out there.
I told him, I was like, dude, just play the line. Like, he's pulling it.
Yeah.
He listened. So I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm taking the credit for that out, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
No, we had a good time out there. I love our team.
Yeah, no, we were killing it. We were killing it. And the last time I was here, I told you I was playing in an overnight softball tournament in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So I ended up not playing in that one, but I played in another one, and it was indoors. And
That must have been cool.
yeah, I mean, I didn't know it was overnight. Like, my friend was like, yeah, like, it starts at like 7, and we'll probably be done at like 2 a.m. Like, all right, you know, that's not bad. Like, that's assuming like we win every game, we make the final, which, you know, hopefully that won't happen. I got back to my friend's house in Connecticut like 5 a.m. It was a super long day. But no, it was cool. Like, we played indoors, obviously, so it was like off the walls, like everything.
Really?
Off the ceiling.
Oh, come on!
Dude, it was cool. It was
Sounds
really
epic.
It was really cool. It was for a fundraiser.
Even better.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What are you raising money for?
There's this kid who usually plays like in their like softball league, and he passed away. So we were they're raising money to pay back his family for like the cost of like the wake and stuff like that.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea who the kid is, but I mean, there were, I think, 8 teams there, and there was a bunch of spectators. Like, he was definitely well liked in that community. So, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Well, listen, we got to wrap it up. I don't know if you wanna give your last little pitch, what's coming on from the end of the bench, what people can expect from you. Just give it to them. Give them the full slice.
All right, yeah. So the NBA playoffs are starting. I'm gonna come out with playoff previews. You know, breaking down each matchup. Definitely in the first round. Probably continue as they go. So those will be coming out soon. Baseball is pretty quiet. I mean, obviously, we're not going to react to like every little game thing that goes on. But when something big happens, we're going to be all over it. You know, I would like to thank everyone who's been reading, Pat and Tyler for putting together really good work. And I just hope to keep it coming to you guys. And I look forward to our Met outing, me, you, and Pat.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time, man. Was that May 11th? Saturday?
May 11th.
Oh, yeah, I'm hyped.
Yep.
I'm hyped. We'll have a good time.
Yep, I picked a shitty team, so hopefully you guys
we
get
can get a win.
Yeah.
Let's not count on it. But, dude,
well, it's the Marlins, so I mean, come on now.
We're just terrible against the Marlins, so we're probably going to lose.
So.
But anyway, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you go to www.theendofthebench.com. Get real fans' take on real things happening in sports. Definitely want to check it out. Again, thank you for listening. And Scott, thank you for coming on again.
Always, buddy.
Hell yeah.
It's off the charts. What would you be like? What would you be like? What